Hey guys, I am going to show you really quickly how to use Adobe Spark Page. So I just want you to know when you're downloading this from the App Store, because you can only use this particular app on your iPhone or on an iPad. When you're downloading this from the App Store, it can come in a bundle. You can get Spark Post, Spark Video, and Spark Page. I use all three for a number of different projects and things that I do as a journalist and as a professor. So it just kind of depends. If you're doing that extra credit assignment on the Spark Post, it's this one right here with the little squares. Spark Video is a totally different thing that you might use if you were in news production, for example. And then Spark Page is what we're going to focus on for designing a quick web page. So when you open it, it's going to ask you to sign in as usual using your TCU account. It's going to take you to this inspiration page. You can also access it by tapping the inspiration button at the bottom left-hand corner. Doing that is going to let you browse and look at inspiration of other pages that people have created. For example, I'm going to click on the San Francisco homes. It's going to allow me to preview this page. And it's called San Francisco Homes, the story behind them. It's got a nice, really bright, effective background photo, some really clean text and typography. And then when you start sliding, you start to see some of the things that somebody used to describe what we look at when we look at homes. This is kind of like an intro paragraph. Then you have a picture with a nice little caption, another picture with a nice caption. Clearly this is mostly a photo type of story, which is totally fine. You can do all sorts of things with this. You can insert video, you can insert a slideshow, you can insert audio. This one just has a bunch of different pictures with very minimal text to it. So it's really kind of cool. And then you can put credits at the very bottom. So anyway, you can click on any number of these just to get some inspiration on what you might want to do. Okay. When you want to start a new page, you click the plus sign. And it's going to ask you to start from scratch and add a title and add a subtitle. If you want to add a photo, see it's asking you, do you want to add a photo to the background? Sure. Let me just pick a random one. I'll pick that. Fine. And then that's my background. And then now I can add a title and call it, this is my website. Of course, you don't want it to be that. Maybe let me do something a little bit better. Why don't I call it Patty Zamaripa, journalist. And I call myself a visual journalist. Okay. And then I can start scrolling to write my story. This little plus sign will appear and it's going to ask me, do you want to add a photo? Do you want to add text? Do you want to add a button? There's all sorts of different buttons that you can add if you click that one, or have it look like that, or have it look like that, whatever one you want. But you're going to give it a label like click here. And then you want to give it a URL so that when people click on that, it actually takes them to the URL that you're wanting it to go to. You can add a photo, you can add text, you can add video, but you have to have a link in order to insert your video. So it needs to be either a YouTube link, a Vimeo link, or a Spark Video link. Okay, you can also add a glide show, which is kind of neat. So let me just pick, look at these gorgeous cookies I made. Okay. Add all three of those. And so when I scroll, it's going to do a little slideshow of my photos, of my 3 photos. And maybe with each photo, this is text, like my caption. And then here's the next photo, so I can add more text or another caption, and then this photo, another caption, and then that's my slideshow. I can also add a photo grid. So let's see some photos of my dog Lady. Let me do that one, and that one. add 3, and it's going to show up like this, and I can add caption. This is my dog, Lady. You can adjust the alignment. You can make that a hyperlink if you want. This is just really user-friendly and just really intuitive when it comes to using this app. This is why I love it so much. You can change the theme of what you want your overall theme to be. There aren't very many options, but I think that's actually a good thing. You can also, if you have your own branding, you can add that in. On your settings, you can choose whether you want to add a header and a footer. If you click that little play button, this kind of gives you a preview of what your actual page is going to look like. And then once you're finished, you can always go to, let's see what that says. This image format works with large images. Smaller images like this one will appear blurry. So just keep that in mind. You want larger images. You want high resolution images, which shouldn't be a problem for us. And then you can go back if you want to and go to your home page, and it's going to save your stuff. And then you can go back and edit as needed. You can replace things. You can make something a certain focal point. You can delete what you've already done. Let's say that you're done and this is what you want it to look like. You click that little share button right there at the top right hand corner. You can share it directly to Facebook, email, send it in a message. You can copy it to the clipboard, the link, or you can get an embed code. Totally up to you. For our purposes, I want you to get the public link. And then there it is, and you can copy it and onto your clipboard, and then you're done. And you can give it a category if you like. You can add credits, your author attribution. You can adjust that. And your project may even be featured on the Adobe Spark website. I'm going to turn it off because we don't need this being featured or anybody seeing this other than you guys. And then that's it. And then anytime somebody clicks on that link, it's going to take them to your page, and they're going to get to see your work. I hope that this was helpful. This is a very raw look at how to use this app. But again, it's really user intuitive, really easy to navigate, and it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out.